Morning. Good morning. I've been working on a theory, and when part of it slips back into my subconscious or unconscious, whatever you want to call that, um, then I don't have to completely be jammed up with all the different ways that one thing can touch every other thing, the 10,000 things that they say. Have you heard about this? The 10,000 yoga, not yoga. That's from Taoism. Okay, yeah, it's from Taoism. But it kind of refers to the crown, the brilliance of the crown. They just say 10,000 things. There's only three basic things. You could say it's the Trinity. You could say whatever you want. Out of those three exact things, you get every other thing. It's not a mystery to me.
Prior
I've seen
to the
it.
shift, her pulse was fast, irregular, and jerky.
But you got to have some handling experience with it, or then what are you saying? You're just saying something but you're not. You can't learn things that have no place in your life and it not do you harm. Any information you can't make use of is basically bad. So maybe if we're that the place that some of these leftists were coming from, like in regards to like the way they act when you try to prove a point or talk about something, totally freak out. From that place, I can understand that may be a way to love them. I'm leaving it. So this book, whenever I found it back again, I mean, I knew where it was. I know what the book is. It's very detailed look at the assemblage point, which we have now, which brings me to the next part. This thing, you see, this thing is for doing this, to discipline yourself. If it's a pharaonic tool. It represents electricity, discipline the self. Now, if I hit my assemblage point on the back, which is what I have to do to knock it and move it loose, and that does work. I used to do that with my dad. How do I get back out of this? I would since I could take this hand, I could cup it just a little bit, and I found the spot on his back where I could slap that motherfucker and knock him into like bliss. And I'd do it. Usually when he was driving, and he'd start picking up his throat thing to I think I should take that to work today. That would be great. I was wanting to the other day. I was like, man, I want to have this, pull this out at work, and then they'll trip the fuck out if I do that. And I think they will, but I'll keep it on the down low. But I think this is what this is for now. This thing that I've made, that I can do that with. And I think that's along the lines of what I'm going to be doing, because I'm having phenomenal results looking at it and taking my positioning from this point of view, which that we're experiencing the different shifting assemblage points, good or bad, because that's all. You're only going to be able to perceive reality one way at a time. And they say that the bipolar people are, that doesn't make it easier. That's definitely not a solution. You know what I mean? Definitely not a solution. Definitely. Alright, I'm gonna fuck it back out of here. I am not here. But I really did get excited, and I was experiencing such pain in my mouth that it was overwhelmingly feeling like I was about to throw up from it. And I don't say that just bullshitting. I mean, it had me really feeling like I was needing to throw up. because just the nature of the fucking pain. Just make sure you get that. Keep this on the DL till take your dad to work day. Yeah. Whopper, come on. I need your spirit to come with me. But I'm busy, son. Hey, nuh-uh. No, this is for our grandbaby children, future world. You already signed on. I've got your signature right here and here. You dotted the lines. Yeah, pretty much. So this tells you, because they did the detailed analysis on all the fucked up assemblage points. I could put the graphs and show you the angles of incident, because we're basically an energetic torus, which if you were to harden that shape and condense it down, you get the star tetrahedron. Just part of the reason why I love having one of those. But we are one of those. That's our spaceship. When we expand our energy field out, that's what it is. The black helicopters show up because it registers on whatever they're using to look for spaceships. Same thing. The lower technology requires you to have something built, but you are the technology when you have a body. When you have an incarnated body, that thing should always top out at fucking some sort of vessel that you can use to move around. And I don't mean on your patos dos patos. I mean fly even. You should be able to. Whether or not men are all going to fly around without having to transform into a ship or not at any point in the future, I guess is up to mankind. If they want to Superman it and battle it out in some future fucking dystopia, it's highly likely that that's already occurred in the Atlantean times. Dudes flying around, fucking riding animals, dragons and shit, throwing bears at werewolves. But now that I can see what the mechanisms are that are at play, what is the basic reality of the reality in the real, and where the values are, at least where spirit is more valuable than anything else, it's the fact that it can be set above, mediate, balance, and rule the four elements. The good star is pointed upward. So that being said, it's just phenomenal, because today is already reflecting that. I'm like, if I can make it through to Friday and through that last day. See, I got so exhausted by last night that I took my antihistamine and I passed the fuck out. But I still woke up before my alarm and have been able to be productively up and busy, even cleaning my little area. Most of the things that I have in the weird little places they are, chaos as it may look, are set up to facilitate my own journey, whether I'm aware of it or not at the time, which isn't a bad one. It's a good one, and it's getting me where I need to get, because I do want to push forward. I don't really like going backwards any time. Any fucking, stopping and going backwards is like a bad sign. You know what I mean? If we can't go forward and make it without having to tear shit out, I think that we can do that. Now society may also reflect this to some degree, whereas it may need to be torn the fuck down, or it may be already too in the decline to do anything about. I'm not sure, but it's like you're still gonna have to deal with your smaller circle communities always before your large nations. If you're worth the shit, unless you just don't know anybody and you have them show up, the UN peacekeeping forces or the dictators, black shirts. If you don't have a community between you and that fucking intercession, that's sad, because you should. Because most of what this fucking Earth's experience is about our relating to each other and having relationships and being able to love that other fucking asshole, especially when they're that other fucking asshole dominator. So that's just food for thought. It's very exciting to me in my life at the moment I'm in, to have this epiphany realization again and again and again. Because it's just the same thing again and again. It just reinforces what you know to be true.